How are we doing today? This is Jim Telex bringing you a post-game recap of the William & Mary Intra-Squad competition. We're your hosts Ian Croman, Judah Wolf, powered by Verdius, and today we're going to be highlighting some top scores on each event. So why don't we just jump right in here, starting with the first event, floor. We have Malcolm Baytop with the highest score of a 12-3. And Malcolm's been kind of a sleeper. He's been really steadily practicing rod floor, trampoline, his air awareness, since we trained together, and clearly it paid off here. So let's jump in. Starting off with a nice big double front. Looked a little unprepared for the landing there, but might be just first meet jitters. Clearly had the power. Certainly something he'll be able to iron out going forward. Really nice front bounding skills. He's always been really bouncy and had good air awareness, especially with all that work he's been putting in, and clearly paid off there. Getting his non-acros out of the way now, and then into a press. You'll see a lot of people doing presses either like he just did, or from a split, or in the wide arm position called a Japanese press. Really easy double full, super solid control in the landing. Getting his side pass now so he can touch all four corners of the floor, which is actually a requirement. You lose some tense if you don't touch all four quadrants. And probably just getting ready for his dismount here, probably back 2.5. Very good control. Seemed like he had a lot of energy there. He's looking like he's in mid-season form, and this is just the first meet, so look to him for some consistent, really steady routines going forward. You'll probably see him in more lineups as we roll into the start of the season this weekend here.
Great work from Malcolm. Great commentary from Ian. We're moving on to Pommel Horse.
So Marshall secured the top score on Pommels with an 11-9. It was a little bit of a rough showing for the tribe, but that's really just how Pommels go. Greatest day of my life that I stopped training it. Starting off with a really nice scissor handstand, showing no use of strength there, which is really how you want to see that skill done. Getting some scissor work before his circles. Little minor form correction there, but that's way better than falling off the horse. And what you really don't want is that to snowball into the rest of your set. But he seems to have found his rhythm here again. Dismount, swing, handstand again. Very little use of strength on that, which is how you want to see it. Solid set by Senior Marsh. And talking to him after the meet, he was kind of nervous for Pommels. It's his first all-around competition in his whole career. So even someone that has been to second day NCAA's, the meat jitters never really go away. You get better at dealing with them over time. So really hoping to see Marsh compete all around this year, and hoping for some more strong performances from him.
Marsh, he got the top score on rings. And as Christian Marsh steps up to the apparatus, his goal here is to compete his routine with as much gas in the tank as possible, since he's testing the waters and hopes to upgrade his dismount to the iconic triple back we all know and love by the end of the season. So what Marsh displays in this routine is just how much control he has over his body. Uh, you can see him incredibly steady in the planche, making it look effortless. Even though he has a balance check on that handstand, he's making it look effortless while maintaining straight elbows. And it just shows how much of a seasoned veteran he truly is. Even after his giants in both directions, you can see just how much energy he still has in the tank, displaying perfectly flat straddle planche with minimal effort. And he moves into his back of rise straddle, really smart routine construction to get some energy, powers up for the dismount. Double back opens up with plenty of height, so looks like we're going to have a really good triple back at the end there in the future.
He's been planning it for some time. He's competed it twice, but hoping to get it going this year. Thank you,
It's
Judah.
50-50.
50-50.
All right, we're moving on to vault. We got Sam here with the top score with a 13.95. So he's going to step up. He's a very good twister and knows how to keep good form and clean lines in the air. So as he approaches the vault, he knows what to do. He's just got to get it done, find a clean landing, and that's exactly what he does. He opens up way early, allowing for plenty of time to enter the ground in an ideal stick position. Takes a 1 to 3/10 hop on the landing and a very slight leg separation from the board to the table, but that's really the only deductions we see here. And he's got high difficulty, very solid execution, He's able to snatch not just the highest score on vault, but of the night. And additionally, his stick position just reminded me of another great twister, Japanese gymnast Kenzo Shirai. I don't know. It might be one of his inspirations.
Really a well-deserved 13-9 high score of the meet.
And we're moving into P bars. What Christian Marsh does time and time again is just show his body weight strength, and we see that in this P bar routine. He gets an 11.9, and he displays a level of control in his skills that is largely apparent in what's coming up here in his Diamidov, and we'll see also in his Peach work. He's just able to just shoot right up to that handstand. And most gymnasts simply aren't strong enough to keep up this kind of muscled swing without running into stamina issues. But it honestly, it's arguably more consistent to use this approach. And we can see it with Marsh. He doesn't tire out. He has plenty of energy left in the tank, as you can see by this double front dismount where he just bounds forward. And I say it's time to add the half, personally.
We'll see. We'll see what he's planning. Moving into the last event of the night, high bar. Sophomore Alec walked away with the highest score of the day, sitting at 12-1. First routine of the rotation, and he managed to hold on to that top spot all the way through, which is really always a great feeling. And let's watch it now. Alec is a super hard worker. He's very much a perfectionist, and he really does have the ethic to go behind it. He was a starter on high bar last year as well, starting off with a nice stem rise. Really good lines, really focuses on angles, as you can see there in the jam, B eagle. And I always love when people go from the eagle giant grip right into a hot pirouette. Not something I ever had the courage to do, but following up with a really nice Tkachev, super consistent, pretty easy for him now. Some in-bar work, and now he's winding up for the dismount, double layout. Little under-rotated, might have had some energy issues going into the last event, but definitely something he can work towards and build that endurance. Certainly going to be a lock on high bar this year, and I know he's got some upgrades in the works, an endo, potentially a Russian giant, potentially a Tkachev layout, and certainly an upgraded dismount. So we'll see how he constructs his routine going forward and what he really has in the bag come the end of the year.
Yeah, and that's certainly it. I mean, this meet, they're just trying to put routines together for the first time in quite a long time. So I think they did a really good job at doing that, kind of getting the feel again of putting routines together, and also understanding what it's feeling like in a college competition setting. So I think they did well.
Very well said, Judah. Coach Mike and Coach Bo always say the point of intra-squad is not to throw the kitchen sink, as the saying goes, but to show consistent, clean hit routines, to establish a nice baseline, and then build from there for the rest of the year. Really appreciate everyone sticking around and watching. We're hoping to do some more pre-games, some post-games, and maybe even some live commentary throughout the year. And this was all powered by Vertius. You can check them out, virti.us, for all live coverage of NCAA meets and more. Signing off, this is Jim Tillett. Everyone have a great one.